Hello. Welcome to our first podcast, and I couldn't tell you how many months. how's everybody doing? We're going to go around. We're just going to say hello and introduce ourselves a little bit. So I am Lanieloveee. I'm the event manager of Sistas of the Fog, and I will be your moderator today.
You want me to go
My
next?
name is
Okay.
Ash. My name is Ash from FitnessToCosplay, and I am grateful for being here.
Okay, and I'm Frenchie or Frenchiecorn and channel Frenchiecorn. Anyways, I'm just really happy to be here and excited. I watched some of the older podcasts, and I'm really excited to be here. And yay!
I'm Britt, Britt to the NEY, and I'm super stoked to be here too. I love it.
Period.
Can't wait to talk.
Yeah, we got a little duck about.
Oh yeah, we did.
Got quite a bit to discuss. So It's been a while since we were here. The last time we were here, we had the Trickster come out. So that was the last time we kind of had a podcast surrounding killers and things like that. And since our little hiatus in the podcast, we've had a couple new killers come out, Nemesis and Pinhead. So what have been your impressions of Nemesis and Pinhead so far? Do you feel like they've been really good additions? Do you hate one or the other? Tell me how you feeling.
The only thing about Pinhead is his box. Like the only way with his box, like if you're a good runner, I say go for it. But if no one gets that box on time, his chains are so annoying.
Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah,
you can like anything.
You can't.
You can't.
Unfortunately, against Undying, Devour Pinhead with the box, and you can't, and
you can't do anything.
Once you have those chains, like first of all, you can see where Devour is, and he you have no I think, in my opinion, like totem cleansing, healing other people, like that shouldn't be affected by the chains. That's my opinion.
I agree.
But that's it's a little much. That's a little much.
I agree. Probably even with like Ruin, because I think even if you're working on generators, it can still hit you when you're on generators too. And that's just annoying. I don't like I don't like it. I don't like him.
I don't. I feel like if the box is in your hand, you should be kind of immune.
I have feelings about Pinhead, but they're different kinds of feelings. My feelings are just because I love him.
Yeah.
But I don't love going against him.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. It's not very fun. Like, he's fun to look at for a second, and then I'm like, oh crap, he's about to kill me.
Yeah.
So I have a question. What do y'all think about the Chatter skin?
It's a skin that is
that's available to purchase.
Yes. And if you purchase it, that's a choice.
Right. That's your hard-earned dollars.
I just want to say that I was chased by a Chatter last night during the PTB, and I did not enjoy it, not whatsoever. Oh my god.
His teeth, if you hit him with the pallet, it does the...
Yes, it does. It does the teeth chatter. Oh my god, it does.
Nope.
I never cared for him in the movies, to be honest.
Oh my god, I was shivering.
Like he actually disturbed me when I was, younger, when I would watch the movies. But I was like, okay.
No.
Not Chatter saying that Chatter skin is the best skin.
Wow. No. I mean, that's your opinion.
Somebody in chat said he shouldn't be able to smack the box out of your hand and cause a chain hunt. Yeah, I agree with that.
I just I think too, because he's so new, everybody bought him, and it would just feel like you'd load into a game and you're like, oh, who's the killer? And it's Pinhead, and then it was Pinhead, and then it was Pinhead.
Oh my god, yes.
I just turned it off. I'm like, forget it.
Right?
I don't even want to play.
Like, I'm done. First two matches is fine.
Yeah, but I mean, when it's it was the whole night I played Survivor, and I was just I was over it. The newness. I'll be glad when the newness of him wears off.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like that with Nemesis. I feel like nobody played Nemesis like that.
That is very true.
Even though he's still a good licensed character, but it felt like I still rarely go up a lot of nemesi.
Let's do that.
Nemesize, you know?
Nemesis.
I enjoy going against Nemesis more than Pinhead.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
And I think that the whole Resident Evil chapter, I think they did a wonderful job. I know that RPD, it being down for a while, like,
Oh,
you know,
God.
but I understand why though. But I understand why they had to, because they had to, the map. But I know that but then I love it because everyone complains about not wanting to go to RPD, but then they were complaining that it was down for maintenance. You don't even want to go there, so why are you complaining?
Right.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. But I don't like that map because while I do know the map because I've played RE2 multiple times, I get lost and I can't find generators. But that's my own problem. That's my own problem.
Visionary is a thing.
Yeah, I think that, in my opinion, Nemesis is more balanced. I like going against him more. I like the zombies. I think they were a different kind of a challenge. If they could be annoying, but I think it was something new brought to Dead by Daylight, having another killer part of the killer.
Yeah. I actually play a lot of Nemesis too. I love playing Nemesis. And I think he's actually a really good character. The only thing that I don't like about Nemesis is you do have to do, if you're going to use just the tentacle, that's a 3-hit, which I think is like really annoying. But I understand why. Like, if you want to just get a tentacle, like one tentacle hit to inject them with the virus, like that's cool. But I feel like he shouldn't be a 3. What do you hit for that? I play on our PC, so I think you hit. It's not M1. It's
you infect them, and then the second one hits, and then the third one.
And then it injures, and then they down. And I think that's the only thing that I don't like about Nemesis. So if they're already injured, they'll go down. But that's my only negative thing to say about my sweet, sweet Nemesis.
Sweet Nemesis.
He's so sweet. He's a sweet boy.
What about the zombies? What do you guys think about the zombies?
I like them.
I've named them.
I named them too.
I don't mind them.
I like them, except I have been killed multiple times on multi-level maps, like the indoor maps, where I drop down and I'm injured, and then one's just like,
they hit you. But you have to have the virus. Like, they can't hurt you. Yeah. And I think if I remember correct, like they infect you. They infect you, and then that's how it like you're not like injured or anything.
Well,
so that's
I tend to be injured a lot, and I just run around like a chicken with my head cut off, and I'm just like da 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 da, and I drop down a hole, and the zombies there, and they just kill me.
Like,
so but that's again a personal thing. That's not the game. That's how I play.
Yeah. I will say that if there is ever going to be a buff to Nemesis, then we need to talk about those zombies. Because if it's to the point where he is going to cover more ground or he's going to pressure things a lot more, we need to address him existing by himself.
Yeah. Right, yes.
If he gets, I think that they could still, it would sort of be fun for them to still be on the map as for ambiance. Mm-hmm. Or maybe not to injure. Maybe that's still the location because they do walk towards.
Yeah, that's
you.
fine.
Do. That's what use it for. That's really
maybe use that, but him not actually injure. No injuring. But
I'm okay with
that. But I do agree if they buff him otherwise. Yeah, that's too much.
You'll make them OP.
Yeah. Also, I could see them making the T virus a little bit more of a threat because I feel like it's like, for example, the plague. If you touch the gen that I'm on and I'm already sick, that's going to make you sick. T virus is just like, what's up, Phil?
Well, what I do, like if I play. Oh, I'm sorry, Ash. If I play Nemesis, what I like to do is because again, like if you only use tentacle, that's 3 hits. I like to put the virus in them. So that they have to make a choice, because if you ever play against the Nemesis, like if you have the virus, you're coughing, you're really loud. I don't know if it works against Iron Will or not. I'm sure it does, but that's what I try and do. Like, so in the early start of the game, I will infect them, and if they don't inject the antidote, by the end, I mean, I can cure all of them and like catch them. So like I do like that the T virus in that aspect of it, because it does kind of like give them away, and I don't want them to fix that because that has really helped me a ton in trying to figure out where they are. So I do like that.
That's one thing that I do need to normalize with myself is that when I'm infected, I should go and become unaffected because you become more vulnerable to the attacks when you actually are.
But you have to make a choice. Like, do you want to do it in the beginning or do you want to do it in the end?
Yeah.
Because
there's only 4 of those vaccines.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is true. It is limited.
Because you only get 4. I think you get 4, and then he can put an offering in or a add-on to do one less. So I make a choice.
I think that the only like a buff that would make sense for him, in my opinion, would be to make him a little bit more like Plague. Since we are infected, us touching each other, healing each other, like spreading the T virus that way would be that could be a buff without having to, because he's intimidating. His speed
put your mask on.
and the haymakers to your head, all of that. You know, like I think that would make sense as a buff, which wouldn't be too OP, but that's I don't think he necessarily needs a buff, in my opinion. I think that the strong nemesis,
I think he's good where he's at.
I know that's as a survivor main, I'm like, yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I think he's good.
Fine.
I enjoy playing him.
If anybody's starting by Nemesis, just call him everything but his name.
He's sweet Nemi.
He's got those beautiful teeth.
Nemi.
I know. That beautiful smile.
My shiny teeth in me.
Smile.
Great value Thanos, discount Grimace. Just call him everything else. Call him everything else.
He is wearing a garbage bags, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Speaking of garbage-like things, Hawkins is leaving. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
But not just Hawkins.
Not
just Hawkins. All of Stranger Things is leaving Dead by Daylight. How did y'all feel when you heard that?
I'm sad that everyone else is leaving. I'm sad that the Survivor and demo, and the fact that they're not going to be coming out with any other demo cosmetics. The map, I don't care. They can go. Yeet, please, out of existence.
Okay, unpopular opinion. I honestly love Hawkins. This is why I bought Dead by Daylight, because of the Stranger Things chapter. Hawkins was the very first map that I ever spawned into the game.
It has
a
sentimental value.
So it's very, like, honestly, like, I, you know, like, so yes, I'm a sort of a newbie if you think about it, because but the thing is, like, that granted, I don't necessarily enjoy gameplay on it. It's more of a nostalgic kind of a situation.
Got it.
However, the gameplay is
okay. That's an acceptable answer, because the rest of us, it was like a whole L shape.
Right.
What do you mean?
As a trapper main, I like it as a trapper.
Okay, I'll take pictures.
As a trapper main, I like it.
I'm gonna take screenshots of the map. I'll be like, and this is here, and this is here.
I like it. I don't have a problem with it.
I do feel like they could have done more. I'm not sure how much Netflix restricted them. For example, like the Upside Down. Like, I feel like you could have gone through the portal and could have, like, maybe had like a couple of rooms in there. I don't know. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with that. But otherwise, I like the little touches, like Eleven's room upstairs. If you know with this series, I like the little touches like that. That was really cool. We will never truly know why Netflix decided to make the decision that it did, but something tells me Netflix is going into maybe some gaming directions with Stranger Things, and maybe having DBD be a competitor in that aspect was probably a liability and trying to get that exclusivity back.
Right.
So that probably
makes sense.
Why I think they did that.
Because if you think about it, 4 kids, Demogorgon, makes sense.
Makes sense. And I mean, I understand. I feel bad. That's a lot of work to put into that's a lot of manpower to put into a level. I know, like, that. So that's also probably heartbreaking too, for in my opinion, like, to put that much time and energy, like,
and then they take it from you.
See, that would make sense that Netflix is thinking about doing a Stranger Things game, because that's the reason why we don't have Jason in Dead by Daylight.
Right,
because of Friday the 13th.
So that could be the reason they could be coming out with their own.
That's why we have Trapper
game of that.
Right.
Trap Zaddy.
That's why we have Evan. Yes,
my boo,
that's why
my
we
baby.
have Evan now. Our Jason part 2.
I love Trapper.
Me
Who
too.
doesn't?
Ooh, we're gonna talk a little bit more about Trapper in a second.
Oh yes, yes.
Before we get into all the brand new things with DBD, first of all, I want to take some time to do a couple of sister shout outs, just a little bit within Sistas of the Fog, as well as the opportunity we had to raise money for charity recently. So since our time kind of being, chilling or whatever, big shout out to our charity organizer, Tiffany Witcher, for becoming partnered on Twitch. So we want to see some hypes in chat for that. Congratulations, Tiffany. We're very proud of you. We have recently welcomed in a lot of new Sistas of the Fog. So I've been trying to go ahead and make sure I put the VIP badges on some of our new sisters that came in. So welcome on in and congratulations as well for being accepted. So, hold tight for the stream team announcements, but welcome to the community. But we did an amazing thing. We raised over $5,000 for those affected by Hurricane Ida. And we participated in a direct relief charity tourney, which thank God I did not participate in. But I know the rest of you did. So how was that experience for you guys in like your first sisters tourney and playing amongst each other?
I mean, I don't like playing against my sisters, but because I had a lot of fun. I honestly did. I like playing with them. But I didn't like killing them.
Yeah. Fetty murdered y'all. Yeah,
my God.
As long as I was about to say, as long as it was not Confetti's team, after somebody wanted to open their big mouth,
I was on Confetti's team.
Me too.
Yeah, we ripped to y'all. I am so sorry.
We were killed violently.
Yeah. Y'all was slaughtered.
You were slaughtered. Slaughtered.
It was fun though, but we had no chance in hell.
Yeah. I'll never forget that. Etched into my brain.
Especially when we got in Larry's and I knew she was going to be a hag. I was like this, okay, bye.
Yeah. Give up quickly.
Yes. Which congratulations to Frenchie for coming second overall.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Piggy. You're welcome. Yes.
Yeah. She did great. It was fun.
Not Chad saying it was the abuse from me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what I felt.
I'm just going to say that somebody wouldn't have said anything if they was on Confetti.
Oh, no, call him out, Anubis.
Trying to tell you. Yeah, call him out.
So let me give Chad some context. So initially, Milady was not going to play Hag. Initially, Milady was going to play Nurse, but then Anubis went into the general chat and basically, talked negatively about Rusty Shackle Hags. And so, to which me, being the organizer of the tourney, I was like, I could just change the rules and allow all add-ons. If that's what you want to do. And Anubis was like, you won't. And so I did. So as a result, Anubis, who ironically was not on Milady's team to be murdered, set up the rest of the sisters on that team to get murdered.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was hilarious afterwards when we was in voice chat, when it was all over. It was so funny.
Was it?
The way y'all was pulling at her hair, trying to rip out every follicle of her root. It was like, oh, ma'am. Y'all hopped in our voice chat.
I did. I was mad.
I stayed back. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.
I was like, wow, this really happened.
Oh my God.
So basically, if we had to bury a body, Frenchie would come up with the alibi, but not actually take place.
Right.
Got it. Not actually
I feel like they were all with me. I swear.
Yeah. I was on Frenchie's couch. I don't know what y'all talking about.
At least you guys can say that you went up against Confetti's Hag. You didn't survive.
Yeah.
But
I was the last one. I was the last one she killed. So I mean, I
was the very first one. I did not get anything done, and I ran into her 3 times. I was just like, just take me, just do it.
Just take you.
Just do it.
Oh my God. Oh.
But we did a great thing, and we actually we set in the days that we were going to do it a little bit more, and to know that we were able to meet our goal in just over a week. Like,
that's awesome.
That's absolutely
it was tons
amazing.
of fun. It was great. And y'all did a great job too, Lanie. Like, applause to you for like orchestrating it.
Man,
and
Lanieloveee
moderating it,
all
holy
time
moderating
hose,
it.
okay?
like
She can
chef's kiss,
host
like
any freaking event, I swear.
I'd be like this. They're walking to a gin. They're touching the gin. The gin is done.
So
I mainly did that so I could make sure that, you know, you all were getting credit for when you finished gens and when you did certain things, so that, you know,
in control of all of that, and commentating and writing down the points
score
and switching between survivors and killers, and
with the sound of the generator just finishing every single time.
Yes.
it would go,
Thanks,
and I was
DBD.
like,
That was
great.
I'm
like, what's that? I'm like, what is that noise?
Wait, when I tell you that confused me.
Yeah,
like when I was taking score, I was like, did the gen just get done? And I was like, no, it was just me switching through.
Yeah. It was fun. I am
happy to announce that as a unit, as an entire unit of Sistas of the Fog, we have raised over $20,000.
Oh my god!
Through Tiltify alone.
Good job.
$20,000.
That's awesome. That's
Come
awesome.
on, everybody.
Where's the hype?
One thing you can never say. You can say whatever you want, but don't say that we don't give back, and don't say that we don't.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's awesome. That is so good.
So 20,000 as a team. 20,000. Let's see where we can get, you know, by the end of the year.
I was about to say the year's not even over. Like the year is not even over.
Yes. There's a special announcement that I have, but you have to wait till the end of the stream for that.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow, even we do. We have to wait too, y'all.
All right, let's talk about all of these new things in Dead by Daylight. First of all, ranks are gone and grades are here. I don't.
Let's talk about it.
I don't see the difference.
I mean,
I don't.
Okay, you know what? I see the difference by the cues.
Like, oh no, I mean in terms of what they mean.
Yeah. No, it's the same. It's the absolute same. Yes,
it's the same. It's just
different.
Roman numerals. Roman numerals.
It's a new look. That's all it is. It's just a new look.
It's fancier. It
confused me. I was confused.
Like
I don't know what y'all was looking at, but I must have been looking at something wrong.
Like I'm brass, and I'm still getting iridescent killers, so there's no difference.
Yeah, I will agree on that. Like I still feel like, even though I'm a lower ranked killer, I still feel like I get. I guess at the time it was like purple or what comes before purple, but before red. Purple, it goes purple and then red, right?
No. Green. Yeah, it goes green, purple, red. Green, purple, red.
Green, purple, red. So I still feel like I'm getting like the higher ranked survivors, and I'm like with one like bronze, and that's the reason why we're queuing up together, it feels like. But I mean, I still feel like it feels the same. I don't feel like there's any difference. I mean, I still suck.
No.
So.
No, you don't suck.
Right.
No.
I try.
No, you do not.
Don't start letting spewing.
I know. As soon as I saw, I was like, she about
Listen,
to get
if
me.
you tell yourself you play bad, you will play bad.
She can be like, come on, just come into my office, Brittany.
I have said that. I'm always like, I'm not good at this game, and people are like, don't say that. I've had to beat that out of my brain because I was constantly just saying like, you know, because I was comparing myself to other people, and there's different ways to play this game. There's different play styles, and it doesn't mean you're bad at the game. You just play differently than somebody else.
Absolutely.
But that's how I've had to
remember that.
Because all of it can be learned, you know. We need a boot camp. All of it can be learned. It's just a matter of just learning how to do it. And then once you learn how to do it, it's like riding a bike, like you don't forget.
Absolutely.
So it's just like you subconsciously are like, you can meme, but also strategically be like, okay, I see your red stain, you're gonna come through this way, so I need to come through this way, and I need to jump through this thing because you're not gonna do this because you did do it last time. So it's like it's a lot going on at once, but it takes a lot of practice. And stop hiding on the side of the map and play the damn game.
I know when I started paying attention to tiles more and things like that is I started in 2019 into 2019 anyway, but 4 months ago I finally stopped playing Spine Chill after all of that time. And because no, but I was not using it to hop off of generators. Okay, I was not using it for that. I was using it for information, especially because I was terrified of Myers and Ghostface. Yeah. And so I finally got rid of it, and now because of it, I have more map awareness. I'm doing better at chases and all those things because I was doubting my ability to do the game without it's a crutch.
So absolutely. But it's good to learn. It's good to that's why those perks are in the game, is for us to learn. Like there's no ed so that you can learn. Yeah, like you can learn. And it's like I can't stand when people get upset like, oh, you're just a no ed killer. Well, no, I'm trying to learn, and it's just like so to help me, because I use no ed and I use it all the time, and I was like, oh, I'm about to get these guys now. But once I started to kill everybody without it, or while I still had it, I was like, I don't really need this perk anymore. I don't, it's no use to me. I can use something else. And it helped me become a better player because I had to not rely on it so much and so heavily. And like you said, Frenchie, and then I was like, okay, well, because I would prefer to play killer. If y'all want me to play survivor, I could do it. But as a killer main, I mean, you have to figure out how they're gonna all run. And I love watching y'all play. I watch a lot of other people play that are survivors because y'all are really good. Like if I know I'm gonna go up against someone like Lainey, like they're gonna run me, and I have to figure out a way to stop that from happening. And there's just certain perks in the game that prevent that from happening, and you can't be mad at killers for using certain perks. We can't be mad at survivors for using certain perks. And so like you finally got rid of Spine Chill. I personally hate Spine Chill as well. But like once you got rid of it, you're better. No, you're a better player.
Spine Chill Sprint Burst. I cannot stand. Okay. I can't stand for that.
I don't like Sprint Burst either. I can't stand it.
Oh my God.
I was not
such a wasteful perk.
No, I was not that kind of a Spine Chill gamer. I don't want to be lumped in there. Okay. I want to make sure it's understood. Okay.
If you use Sprint, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna speak it
first. I don't use it. I use
with my whole chest.
I'm a life gamer.
That makes more sense. But if you are using Sprint Burst, take it off your loadout now. You don't need it. Because all you're doing is just walking.
Walking.
And then you're like...
and then you only have it for like a couple of seconds. You might as well just keep running and have things like Dead Hard to extend chases and lives. You might as well bring those.
Oh my God. Sorry, I had to defend myself.
No, you're good. I'm glad you made that clarification. No, but I get people that'll ask me a lot in my chat, like, how do I play like you? You have to learn how you play. What kind of player are you? Are you somebody who does better on gens? Or you do better with healing and altruism? But don't be too altruistic. You have to kind of be an all-rounder. You have to be able to do a little bit of each thing. So if you know you're not that good of a runner, play with somebody who is. So that way you can focus on objective builds.
You can also learn.
I never change my build unless my chat requests me to, which is borrowed time, so I don't farm people. Dead Hard because it helps me extend a chase. Decisive Strike, self-explanatory, and Adrenaline so that it saves me time at the end. And because I'm a looper, if I'm in a chase when that last gen's getting done and I'm injured, that saves my life automatically, and I'm out.
Yeah, because like anytime I play with Lainey, I know when she's in a chase, get the gens done, get the totem down, go do something else.
Yeah. See, that's me. I love doing generators. I'm going to heal you. Yeah. I am not a runner. I cannot do it.
Same, but I'm getting better. I
love doing generators. I'm like, man, like put me on that. That's what I love doing.
That's the same. I don't know what it is, but I love doing a generator.
Don't ask me to run because y'all gonna die.
Right. You can be stealthy, but be a smart stealthy. Don't be coward stealthy because you have to. There's 4 people, and if one person's being chased, somebody's sifting through, a chest in the basement. One person's on a gen. I'll tell people who play with me, like, hey, I'll finish this gen. Go start another one. Go be productive and go do something else so that there's constantly something going because you need to keep that pressure on.
Yep. Exactly.
Stop bringing Spine Chill.
Stop bringing and Sprint Burst. Please. I just can't do Sprint Burst. I can't stand it.
I played with Lainey a couple times, and I was like, I'm not playing that perk ever again. It's not happening.
Oh my god! In the post game, if she sees that on anybody, you are going to get roasted.
I can't do it. I can't deal with it.
Man.
All right. So before we hop into the big dev update, we have a new survivor. I'm going to touch on her a little bit. So Michaela Reed, our bewitching survivor. Just a little bit of lore about her because I actually read hers all the way through. She's a writer, and she has always really been into horror and things like that. And so she kind of messed up. She started having dreams literally about being hooked in the basement. Literally.
Wow.
And she already had those premonitions. No pun intended. And so she and her roommate, she was basically having convulsions in her sleep. So her roommate was like, "What's wrong with you?" And so basically there was like the spirit, which basically was implied was the entity, was basically like terrorizing her and her roommate. And so she came home one day. Her roommate had sent her up for a competition, like for a Halloween thing, to like read a scary story on Halloween. And she came home, didn't see her roommate was like, okay, that's weird. But she didn't hear like the crying coming from the bathroom. So so she went to the competition, read her story, and when she got finished reading it, she got engulfed in like a cloud in some fog and just disappeared, and nobody ever saw her again.
She is a true sister of the fog.
Okay. Got some mayonnaise in there, but she essentially
yeah.
No, but I like her whole vibe. I really do.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see the cosmetics for her.
Yeah,
me too.
She's gorgeous. One thing I would say though, with the teaser that they gave us, where it was a curtain and you heard people in the background, I could have sworn she was going to be an actress, like an actress and not a writer. I could have sworn she was going on stage, or she was like going into witchcraft just to try to see if she could become a better actress. Like this totally caught me off guard.
I like it. I like that we're going with that angle too.
Yeah,
she's definitely like into like crystals and stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
more relatable.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in a sense of just like, you know, the like, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like people that are I'm not into crystals, but you know, people that are like into crystals and like that kind of like more pagan. Spiritual. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you.
I love crystals too. Yes.
There you go.
So just like that kind of like, just it's good that they're starting to make characters that are relatable to all of us. You know, I like that.
Yeah, like I'm not into crystals. Like this is a birthday gift, but like my best friend is, and she will send me like crystals and things like that. I'm just like, ooh, it's so pretty. You know, she's like, it does this. I'm like, I don't really care. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So I just keep it around. But
I love.
But I think it's really cool that they're like Britt said, like incorporating things that like people do, so they can like relate like to these survivors.
Yeah, they're incorporating different personalities.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's what I think more video games need is more relatability and representation.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's what we play games for, you know, is to dive into something that's not reality, you know?
And that's why there was so much hype when Claudette finally got her freaking fro.
Yes!
Oh, and how long did it take?
It took
5 years.
It took a long time. And the texture was actually correct. It's beautiful.
Right? They got it right the first time.
It should have been day one launch.
I kind of agree with
we're not counting days. Behavior.
I kind of agree with what Chad's saying right now. I know when Michaela came out, people were like, "Oh, her vibe is cute," but also, where's the diversity, right? So, like, especially in terms of body types.
Well, the body type.
I've seen it
because she was a little skinny bean, and I'm like, I ain't no skinny bean. Thick thighs save lives. I need some like a juicy girl.
We need another Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We definitely that's a miss. I feel like they definitely.
Yeah, she's not average. She's not the average woman.
Right. I mean, if we're being fair, her whole aesthetic, just look at Life is Strange. It exists. That aesthetic exists. Like it's there for sure. So I think it's important, especially when we're talking about, you know, pulling people from like different aspects. I like that we have multiple, Asian characters that come from different backgrounds. I like that, and then I'm kind of thinking like, I'm looking at the 3 black characters we have. I'm like, okay. I'm looking at the white characters we have. I'm like, okay. It just seems like everybody is like, you can picture a typecast with that.
Yeah.
And I feel like for example, Jeff was different. Jeff had a belly. Jeff had a dad bod. He was a rocker, and they did nothing with it. And I was like, where's the love? Where's the love for like characters like
cosmetics?
Jeff?
They're like I'm like, they could make him like cooler. I because his story is cool. They could make him, but they haven't really gone anywhere with it. They have with the Lee Jin, like his the killers that came with him. But they just gave him a tuxedo that's way too small. And
I want whoever is in charge of Adam's cosmetics to love all the other characters too. I understand you like Adam and he's your fave. You gave him a fade. You gave him like I get it. I understand. Don't misunderstand. But we need more of that love that they have for Adam in the other characters as well.
And other ones.
Yes.
They are showing more love to the killers, period. Whether it's the background, the cosmetics, anything. And then when it comes to the survivors, like, let me just sprinkle a little bit of something just so we won't hear a word about what the survivors have.
Yeah.
And that's why you have more killers having more cosmetics sometimes than the survivors does.
Yeah.
But my thing is, you can get a really handsome survivor like Felix, and then they do him dirty. Like how they over
those character updates
and over again. Woo! So it doesn't matter how handsome you are.
Those character updates.
Outfit, please.
Oh,
let's not talk about that outfit.
It's not even that one. It's also the Kid Rock looking outfit. What the heck?
Oh, you mean the beauty supply wig that they gave Felix? See, him and Claudette went to the same thing, except her came from Party City.
I meant Kid Rock. If I said Chris, I meant Kid Rock. Sorry,
no, you did. You said Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
But
Kid Rock.
But no, Claudette's wigs came from Party City, and Felix got his from the beauty supply store. You can see if you look closely, there's the lace. You can see it.
Supply store.
You can see
that's
it.
what it's called.
Can I say one thing about the gold and silk collection that came out? Why did we only get a recolor of Claudette's dress from silver to gold?
Yeah.
Why?
They could have done more.
I was very disappointed when
First of all, Elodie's outfit, that dress.
Wasn't the gold from Rift? Isn't that a Rift cosmetic that they're now selling? Isn't that what it is? Or am I losing it?
I think so. Yeah, I think the gold is a Rift one.
A Rift, yeah. I got it in the Rift for free, and now they're selling it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So they do that for people that, for example, like new players. My God, new players. New players who never got to play that particular riff. So after like a few months, they release it out. But if you already have it, you're good.
Okay, I see that. Okay. Right. But I was like, you said that this is a brand new collection. Yeah, I see a recolor of a dress she already had. That could have been like I love her. We all love Claudette. She's queen, but she didn't need to be added to that collection because it's not new.
Yeah. Well, and also the picture of her in that poster was.
It was. Oh yeah, no.
We just think about the cats and dogs collection.
I think she's beautiful, and sometimes I don't get it. Like, because I really think I know she's supposed to be nerdy, and that's what I love about her. That's why I love her. Yeah. Her animal collection one. I love her. I love that she wears her glasses, and I love that she's relatable. She's relatable, but you don't have to make her look. I don't know how to explain it. Like, but
they don't know how to dress her upright.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the facial expressions they put on her. I guess they make her like Dwight. You know how Dwight has those weird like so they sort of do it to her. Maybe that's what they're going for. Like, because Dwight's like the male nerd of the group.
Yeah.
Like the female nerd. So maybe that's why but it looks like she's always sucking on a limit or something. It's like
it might be like the same animations that they just use.
Good point.
It'd be like it was probably easier just to like copy paste and then slap on Jeff or Claudette. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't make games. I don't know if someone can correct me or something, but I mean that would probably be
that's what
the
it
only thing
seems
I can
like.
think
I'm sure
of.
that there's just variations of, at some point there's just variations, like slight tweaks here and there. But these new perks though, killers are big man. So before we talk about the reason they're mad, so Michaela comes with 3 perks, as all of our survivors do. First up is clairvoyance. So when you clean a totem, clairvoyance activates. So when empty-handed, you can press and hold the active ability button. So that's what you use for like Dead Hard and things like that. To unlock your full aura reading potential and allow you to see the auras of the exit gate switches, generators, hooks, and chests within 64 meters for 8, 9, or 10 seconds. So it's basically clean a totem, detective's hunch. That's basically what that is. And then she comes with 2 boon perks. All right. So the first one, all right, you can bless totems with both of these perks. So the Circle of Healing one does exactly what it says. So survivors within the boon totem's range benefit from the following effects. They get a 90%, 95%, and 100% healing speed bonus when they're in the radius. And you'll know you're in the radius because it's like a big blue aura that comes up as a little sparkles in it. And as long as you stand in it, it's basically, the healing speed is basically what self-care was before it was nerfed. And then Boon Shadow Step. Now this is going to be a game changer for a lot of chases. Okay, so same thing when you're in the range, scratch marks are suppressed. Okay, and auras are hidden from the killer. So RIP tier 1 Myers, all right? And the effects linger for 2, 3 to 4 seconds, depending on your tier, after leaving the boon totem's range. So I played the PTB, Ash played the PTB. That Shadow Step,
that's
can't find you. They cannot find you.
No, they cannot at all.
Especially if you're injured with like, the Iron Will, and if you have anything else with that represses things like them to find you. I can't think right now. I'm sorry, but like that's a game changer. That would help me in chase a lot, especially life with that, and you got that 4-second boom.
Or
you're gone. You're
I'm
gone.
all ears. Like if as a killer using I'm all ears, that would kind of tick me off. I wonder if even like with Lightborn, would it work with Lightborn?
That's a good question.
So like if they flash you, like if you're as a killer, like if they flash you with a flashlight, you can see the aura for like 6 seconds maybe.
That wouldn't work. They're not if you were in that thing. But
as long as you were in that.
Don't fret, killers. All you have to do is just instantly unbless the totem, and you'll be able to find it because it has like a baby tear radius. Except instead of a heartbeat, it sounds like almost like the hatch, like a whooshing kind of sound. You can hear it's very loud according to people who have been playing killers. So you just find it and literally just boop. And it's not there anymore.
It takes a second.
Well, that kind of is going to change the killer game too, because now, it used to kind of rely on survivors looking for totems. Now killers are going to have to look for totems.
Yeah, now we can tell killers go do the bones.
Now, here's the part where it's kind of broken. So when I was playing as Michaela, and I had both, but basically adapting, and I had both of the boon totem perks. Both perks can apply to one totem.
Wow.
Yep, you can't pick and choose. Wow. So that means in one little force field, if that survivor who blessed it has both of those totems, they can also heal up to 100% faster.
Wow.
And they're gonna hide their scratch marks. But when the survivor dies, the boon totem goes with the survivor. So it doesn't say permanently after the fact. So if there's like one insistent boon survivor and you're like, I'm gonna murder you, then you have to
it's like you're basically the new key. It's like I know you have it, so you have to
protect you.
Like now. So they stack.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say the Circle of Healing stack. Like even with We'll Make It, Botany Knowledge.
Yep. Even without all of that gets a boost. All of it.
I saw it with the purple med kit. I saw it with purple med kit and self care because those two stack, and then something else. And it was like 2 seconds. It was like
I was gonna say probably like that. Mm-hmm. That's gonna piss off so many killers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So basically, it's like you see the big, because all survivors see the boon totems across the map. There's no cooldown. You don't have to be within a certain range. You see it. It's all upstairs, downstairs, across the entire map. You still see it.
So, do you think that's going to incite more tunneling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, but it's kind of
I
like
think
a,
so.
a
I'm
give
already
and
thinking
take,
about it.
because I know I was
already
very
like, I'm gonna
passionate
call
when I was
it.
talking
Yeah.
about it, and I was like, if you complain about this, like, come on, like, in exchange, the key's basically been nerfed. The hatch has
Yeah.
basically been nerfed. There's been a lot of exchanges, and it
Yeah.
hasn't been way back. It has been eons since we have had survivor perks that are actually decent, because
Yeah.
killers have
These are
got
good.
Starstruck, Lethal Pursuer. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've gotten Deadlock. They've gotten all of these. Every time a killer was released, there's been a game-changing perk in there. That has not been the case for survivors for at least 4 to 5 months. It's always been like a redress of something else. So like Bite the Bullet is basically Iron Will.
Except for when you're healing.
Right, exactly. It's always been a redress of something else. So to have the boon perks kind of shake the table, I'm kind of like, cry about it. Because we've had to deal with so much. Like Starstruck, I can't even get close.
I love it.
Infectious Fright, Starstruck, Lethal Pursuer, that's broken. The fact that you know exactly where somebody is and you just go there.
And on the smaller maps with Starstruck, it's
perfect.
Listen, Killer Man, we don't want to hear
look, Starstruck is in my build, and I'm telling you, if y'all are not using Starstruck, you need to be using Starstruck.
Somebody
as a killer man.
mentioned Blast Mine and Flashbang, but then you had to have people that are skilled enough to pull that off, though.
Yeah, because
that's the exception. Because some people can just drop the thing. It doesn't mean they'll blind the killer. It doesn't mean they'll get the save.
And if you're playing against experienced killers, like I know for sure, like because I can hear it because I've used Blast Mine. I know what it sounds like when it's dropping. So I'm just going to go like this or look down or look away or something like that. Yeah. So like you're not going to, or if I think it works against Lightborn too, which is another amazing perk that I also use. So I mean, if you're playing up against a really good skilled killer, they're going to be like, Blast Mine, what? Try it.
And plus when you think about like how you have to craft those things too, that killer is Iron Maiden. Bye.
Oh my God. Yes.
We're done.
So it's like, there it goes. There it goes. And like one of those, you have to bet on the killer to actually kick the gen. Sometimes if they have ruin, they're not going to touch it. So it's like yeah, those are like exceptions, but like based off like game changing perks, I would not call those.
Yeah, these are good.
Boons are like, we are coming to ruin your day.
Those are good.
I know they're beautiful.
Ever since I've been playing Huntress, I've seen myself actually not kicking gens or palace as often. Like I've been leaving those alone, just going straight for the survivor. So the only way to actually pay attention to that is if it's in the Rift challenge where I have to do that. So if they have Blast Mine, I'm chasing somebody, I'm not going to kick that generator unless it's a challenge.
That's true.
Yes. So let's talk about these changes. So Deathslinger, aka I should say Nerf Slinger, he got nerfed hard. So you know how like Deathslinger before they could just like and just get you like and do all that. Now they have to fully aim down their sights. Yeah. So that little you can't no scope anymore.
Wow.
They have to fully aim down their sights, which to be honest, I'm okay with because just as Survivor, you don't know when they're coming up. It's almost like Pinhead's M1 right now. You have no idea when they're raising their hand. There's no kind of like warning. It's just like they just go. Yeah. Same thing with Deathslinger. So they've increased the delay after canceling your shot before you can start a basic attack, but they did make you faster while aiming down your sights. So that was kind of the exchange they gave out. So I know people were like, I'm never playing Deathslinger again, and how could you do this, etc., etc. I mean,
I would say that last night during the PTB when I was actually up against a Deathslinger on Hawkins, it was easier for me to actually avoid getting hit because as soon as I saw the Deathslinger like pull up the gun, I knew how to like duck or bob and weave or whatever to try to get out of the way. You can't just snipe me like all of a sudden just get lucky with a hit. So it gives me more time to watch where he's going, where he's pointing, and help avoid it.
Because he could shoot and it just shoots right at you, and you wouldn't even have to have it all the way up, which is like doesn't make sense.
And they've also increased his terror radius too.
I'm so happy because he's my least favorite killer to go against. I've had some really awful games against him. But I know that it's just a character. I get it. Like it's you know.
No.
But I've had like some of the most toxic gameplay against Deathslingers. Like, and I'm just like, yes, because he needed a nerf.
A redo, yeah.
But this raises a good point though, because I don't think people understand that when you play maliciously, there's going to be enough complaints for people to ask for something to be addressed.
Yeah,
so you can't really get too upset about a nerf when you have to logically think about how toxic some people play with some of these killers. Like the fact that survivors can get a heads up about when he's going to shoot, that's not fair. That's not fair. Even when people who flashlight, they at least have to aim. They have to at least get the aim right, so you know, okay, I can look up, I can look here, I can do this. So it's like, warning. You know, when people don't play great, for example, I can see in the future Bubba getting back nerfed in terms of the chainsaw speed because of the way these Bubbas play now. So what they've always played, but
like exploiting it.
It's like for the sake of gameplay balance, it is what it is. The fact that you could bring Monitor on Deathslinger and be virtually silent is terrifying.
Yeah.
When he's not meant to be a stealthy killer.
Yeah. Yes.
He's shooting a gun at you, for God's sake.
Why is he stealthy when his weapon is loud as hell? I don't understand.
It doesn't make sense. Pig makes sense. Hag makes sense. That all of those make sense. But in terms of that, so I think now they'll have to change the way they play him, in terms of maybe taking advantage of Starstruck and bringing Distressing along. You know, taking advantage of that increased terror radius.
I would have just been happy, honestly, with just an increased terror radius for him. That would have been enough for me. Like, I didn't like the other ones might be a little, but again, I have some salty experience. So that's why.
Like on live servers, when you play against Deathslinger, when you hear his terror rating, he's basically upon you.
He's like, oh.
Yeah, he's like right there already. And with the no scope, you're just done.
He gets you across the map.
Yeah.
And you're just chilling.
Meanwhile, with Huntress, that's why I will always forgive a Huntress. That's why if a Huntress hits me from across the map, I bow to you. Like there is skill involved in that. You know, versus you just, you know, did whatever, you know. Like there is skill involved in that. Speaking of skills, Plague's getting a little buff. Which good for her. I feel like when I see Plague, it doesn't scare me.
No, I love Plague.
I love her.
I think her lore is beautiful. Like it's her and also her. She's just stunning. And I feel that people don't play her because of her gameplay is sort of poopy for killers. I played her. I mean, I'm not a good killer at all, but I was like, ooh, this is because like most of the time I'm like, oh, I can get to learn this killer. I've been like, I don't want to learn this killer, but now I've read her updates. I'm excited to play her again.
Yes,
she's also a three hit killer, isn't she? Like she has to infect you and then 2 times with the purge, or is it her puke?
Yeah. But once you're broken by it, you're 1 hit.
Yeah.
So they're changing her a little bit in terms of her gameplay interaction with things in the map. So they're increasing how sick you get based on when you touch infected objects. So pallets, gens, unhooking people, right? Those are considered objects too. So they've increased that from 35 seconds to 40 seconds. So they'll make it feel like if I throw up on this gen, it's going to last 5 seconds longer. And some people like me are very impatient. I'll touch it anyway. But like, you know, it is what it is. So they didn't change it.
I'm just like, oh, whatever. I'm going to touch it.
Right? Exactly.
I'm going to touch it.
So they changed her Vile Purge too. So whenever she, you know, has her Vile Purge, which is the red one, her movement speed will suffer a little bit when she's like about to vomit. So what they changed was that they increased her movement speed from 2.3 meters while on cooldown to 3.6 meters. So she's going to be quite a little bit faster. So she'll lose less ground when she does so. So basically, Plague's going to come for you. So you need to be prepared for that. They've also changed her a little bit and basically made her power work like the Huntress's hatchet. So now when you tap the button or letting go before the minimum threshold will cause your power to continue charging until the minimum amount has been reached. So you don't really lose anything anymore, which is really cool. And they've increased the time it takes to cleanse at a fountain, which you shouldn't be doing anyway unless you're on Death Hook, from 6 seconds to 8 seconds. And she has 2 new brown add-ons, which are I like them. One of them is that survivors who cleanse at fountains have their auras revealed for 4 seconds. So that should give you even more insight. It's a brown add-on, which means it's going to be very frequent in the blood web. So please, for the love of all that's holy, stop cleaning the moment you get sick. Stop.
Right. That's big.
Mm-hmm. Now here's the thing. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna say, like, and this is again coming from like Killer Main, like sense of it, because you can put on perks that I'm trying to, like, I can't even think. I feel you, Frenchie. I cannot think straight right now. But I mean, you're like 4 seconds. That's not a long time. But like as a killer, that is a long time. Like if I can, especially if you're playing someone like Hag, who can like, and if I'm putting traps over there by fountains and things like that, and I know that you're there, I'm just gonna teleport over there and I'm gonna get you. Like people are like will probably think, well, 4 seconds is nothing. Let me go ahead and cleanse. Like Lanie's saying, please wait till you're on Death Hook to do those things. But I mean, 4 seconds is a long time to get information as a killer. So as a brown add-on, that's why I'm like, wow, that's a brown add-on. Like that's good. Like I would think that would at least be like green.
The other one is really interesting too. So the Vile Purge no longer affects survivors. So basically you don't get sick when she throws up on you, but you will get sick and basically they'll get a lot of deviousness points for when you touch infected objects. So when she throws up, she'll throw up on everything and you can only get sick through that.
So when she throws up her redness and it doesn't touch you, but if it touches something else and you touch that, then you get sick.
That's what it's looking like. Or her green one, at least.
I'm thinking like that's good for loops. Throw up on pallets.
Yeah, and that's how they get sick.
Yeah.
And now they're not going to do that. Lockers, that's going to stop them. Again, 40 seconds is a long time. Lainey will tell you. Those chases, I mean, their chases, I mean, if you can stop them and if they go to grab that pallet and now they're having to stop, the animation is coming of them throwing up. I mean, that's a good time to like swoop in and get them, especially with what's the perk that like makes you like break stuff faster? I can't remember.
Brutal Strand.
Yes, and I mean, like even if you have something like that, I mean that's gosh, watch out, Play. Okay, come through, Play. We see you, girl. We see you, baby. Come on.
All right, so survivors are getting just general perk updates, but survivors are going to be greatly affected by this too. Windows of Opportunity is getting no cooldown. All right. And they're increasing the range to 24, 28, and 32 meters, depending on the tier. So no cooldown. So you're going to see that all the time. No cooldown. Repressed Alliance now has the potential to save a good chunk of progress when timed well. So they've reduced the time required to activate it to 55, 50, and 45 seconds, depending on your tier. This is a big one. Built to last. Felix's perk, okay? The perk basically was like, oh, you can recharge your item. That's cool. Like, that's fine. But nobody really used it because the effects weren't really great. Now, if you hide in a locker for 14, 13, or 12 seconds with a depleted item in your hand, you can refill 99% of the charges on the item. And you can do it 2 more times. So the second time, let's say you deplete the 99% one, you can go back in and get 66%. You deplete the 66%, you can go back in the locker and get 33%, and then once it depletes, it's done. That's
Speaking
broken.
Of spending time doing things though, but for example, let's say you bring a toolbox in with like a brand new part, whatever, and you start working on the gen, and great, you get the gen done. You go like you're spending 14 seconds in a locker to refill it. Like you could just go start a gen and get the gen done faster. It's a long time to sit in a locker.
14 seconds is long.
It depends on what it is though. Because being a flashlight demon,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there for 14 seconds.
That's what I was thinking.
It depends on your play style.
That just told me I have an infinite flashlight. That's what they told me.
I'm just thinking with med kits and like toolboxes and stuff. Med kits, just go work on a gen, like another survival can heal you or something. I just think 14 seconds in the locker is so much time when you could be like doing something productive.
But I think too, like when you look at like Lanie's play style, like we know that Lanie is the runner and she's the flashlight person. We know that. Yeah. So when Lanie's like, okay, hey, they're off of me, they're not on me anymore. That's when she's gonna take that moment to get into the locker, recharge her flashlight. Oh, hey, I'm on a generator with Lanie. I'm like, hey, Lanie, they're coming to me now. She's gonna swoop in and she's gonna take over while I finish the generator. So I think it just depends on the play style of like what y'all are gonna be doing.
That makes sense, especially.
But if I'm solo queuing, no.
No, for the flashlight demons, you guys are awesome. I wish I was a flashlight demon. It's a work in progress, and I'm trying. But I know as for right now, I'm not.
We need another Sister Karen boot camp.
Yes, I do. I'm so close.
Are you challenging me? Confetti.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
Oh no, I see it.
Oh no, those eyes. That emote.
Name the time and place.
Whoa. I'm on a front row seat to this.
Right, me too.
But I was just thinking, like, if you gotta go in the locker to like recharge your flashlight, right? That'll be perfectly paired with inner strength if you already got a totem.
Oh,
that's true.
So you'll be able to be healed and recharge your item.
But are people going to be taking out totems for inner strength that people are using boons? Because I know that if someone with inner strength was in my match, and
if you get to it first,
that's true.
If you get to it first, could you imagine a built to last inner strength, quick and quiet?
No.
Oh my
head
God.
on.
D-seed. I would
head
D-seed
on play.
Immediately as a killer. D-seed.
Quick and quiet, head on, built to last.
I just think it's going to be interesting with all these new perks and different play styles. Because like you were talking about it earlier, Lanie, like these are just completely different play styles. And I think that that's awesome. Instead of it being the cookie cutter, everyone's running the same thing. Everyone's running, DS, Dead Hard. Like I'm just trying to think of
Dead Hard,
and Borrowed Time.
Adrenaline, Borrowed Time.
Adrenaline. I'm saying, but if everybody's running it, that's a great place. But I'm saying if everybody's running it, all four people in the same match, because I played as killer, that was all four people had the same exact. I think having these boon totems plus the healing build plus the gen build, like I think having all these different play styles now will make the game so much more interesting instead of everybody running the same builds. I think that this is great for the game, in my opinion, that it's bringing more, like I said, different play styles.
It brings excitement and competitiveness for me. Like whenever the killer would like unblessed totem, I'd be right back on it. Like it brings back like competitive nature.
They don't break the totem. It doesn't when they basically de-bless a totem, makes it dull, so you could just hop back on it again and just bless it again.
They just kicked off the glitter. They just kicked off the glitter, and then
I wonder if they're gonna fix that, because that would be really annoying. But again, that would then encourage me to tunnel you. So now I'm gonna just tunnel you, and you're gonna be mad. You
or like proxy camp that area with that totem.
I didn't have a choice.
I would camp the area with the totem.
Hag would be really good for that. You could actually trap the boon totems. And you go unbless it and let them come back to it.
And
Lanie, please. We have a hag me in the chat.
Should be alright. Should be fine.
Don't give her any idea.
Right.
Listen, I'm a hag main too, and I thought about that myself.
Oh my God.
So it's fine.
I will say this too. Like, I really honestly don't think that behavior thought of this becoming like a game where we all were in Discord chatting and talking and playing together either. And I think that's what kind of changes the game, like what you're saying, Frenchie, like where it kind of like, we all know how Lanie plays. I know how Ash plays. I know how you play. And we all kind of like build off of that. Like when we all play together, we kind of have our own thing, but we get the job done. And I think, especially when you solo queue, like it's impossible to do that. And I really think they didn't think that Discord was going to be a thing, or even voice chat was going to be the thing where people were going to actually get together and say, hey, what perks are you running? Or, hey, I'm going to bring a med kit, or, hey, I'm going to bring a key. You bring in an offering that's going to spawn the hatch in the main building. Like, I don't think they thought that was going to happen. And then it just like blew up, and it was like the most, I mean, this is like the only game that I love playing with other people. I don't like playing any other games with other people except for this one. Like, really.
Yes, and trust me, we're going to talk about the hatch in 1 second. We're going to finish up these perks here. Any means necessary. They've reduced the cooldown on any means necessary, but now all drop pallets are highlighted. I played with it in the PTB. I love it. And what's cool, it works kind of like Alert does. You know how like when they break a pallet, they highlight? Now you can see if a pallet drops, you know what the killer is.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Good. No, that's a good informational perk.
Yup. That changed the whole game. Now I'm like, okay, I'm going to bring that now. No Mither. I don't even know why this perk's still in the game. No Mither. They increased the grunts of pain reduction to 25, 50 to 75%, and they added an extra 15 to 20 to 25% in recovery speed while in the dying state. And the last one they're changing is Mindbreaker and Fearmonger. Okay? So basically, you know how when you were dealing with Mindbreaker, you were already exhausted?
Yeah.
Now, your aura reading perks don't work anymore.
Oh, I hate that for y'all. For you survivor mains. Sorry.
So if you have like alert and you're working on a gen, it won't work.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
I hate that for y'all.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, this one here. No, let me drink some water.
Okay, take a sip.
We all should take a sip, to be honest.
People gonna be mad.
No, it's okay. It's for the good of the game.
Okay, Killer May.
And as a survivor that doesn't bring keys, I didn't care about this, but I know a lot of people were.
I've been left behind by like a three-person Swift who left me and things like that so many times. So
no.
That's a good point. Confetti said, "Can we just get a perk search bar, please?" Get away.
Oh yeah, please.
All right.
Let this happen. Let this happen.
So now,
let it happen. Accept it.
The hatch will no longer spawn if there's more than one survivor in the trial. This means you'll never have to worry about the last 3 survivors vanishing when there's still 1 gen left. Additionally, the hatch will now take a few seconds to open with a key once it's closed. Progress does not reset when the survivor cancels the interaction, but it eliminates the problem where a survivor can simply just jump into the hatch and escape.
Bye-bye.
So, as somebody who does it, I don't bring keys. I'll bring maps just for totem purposes, but I don't use it primarily for endgame. So, what were some of your reactions when you guys saw this little announcement here?
Survivors can do other stuff other than going to search for a hatch. Please, I've do a gen.
I've done gen by daylight.
Gone like to save people. Well, I've seen people urban evading the whole match while I'm getting everything done, and then they get out when the hatch spawns, and then I die, or then if I were the last 2. No one's in chase or anything. The killer's just, they're just like, bye. I just see like the end game collapse start. And I'm like, what just happened?
Yeah.
They didn't come alert me or anything. They just left. They weren't injured in chase of the killer or anything. They just waited for it to spawn to leave.
Yeah.
There's that.
Plenty of times.
And also, I think it's great. A little, I'm happy about it with the killer side too, as far as killers who see the hatch spawn and they will go hook a survivor by the hatch and like camp it and like make it, you know what I mean? I think it's an open, like when the final person is left, it's sort of a 50-50 if the killer's going to find it or the survivor versus the killer seeing it while in chase with somebody and knowing like, I'm going to make sure I slug and leave so I can make sure I get this 4K. So that's that option, like that 4K, that instant 4K ability like is gone. So I see both sides.
They were still slug because when I played at PTB, I was still slug with 2 of us on the map just because the killer does not want one of us to find hatch.
Well, slugging's a choice, so I'll just I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. It's not but it's a choice.
Well, as a killer main, I love it.
But I bet.
Yeah, right.
I actually think they should just get rid of keys altogether.
Piss me off.
honestly.
Well,
I know, yeah.
I was gonna say, like, what
Why
do
is
you
that even
like?
an option?
Well, like, what do y'all? So this is really what ticks me off because, like, even as a killer, you see what they spawn in with. Like, sometimes they spawn in with nothing, and then they get out in the hatch with the key, and I'm like, where did they get this key from? And I'm
Because
like,
they're doing
oh,
plunder
in a
rebuild.
chest. They're doing what?
They're doing a plunder rebuild. Whenever you see a survivor don't come in with an item, they either forgot or they have a plunder rebuild. There's no in between.
And I'm just like, that really ticks me off because it's like what Frenchie said. Now they're like urban evasion everywhere with their iron will, and you can't hear them. You have no idea where they're at, and then they escape out the hatch. And
that's why Whispers is OP.
I know it is.
I love Whispers. I used to use Whispers too.
I love Whispers.
But like, I don't want.
About that part.
I feel like if you're going to do that also with the hatch, don't put keys in chests in the game. Like, don't do it.
What about the green key? It's the best key. It does
that
everything.
should not exist.
None. No keys in
the
chest.
fact that they give it to you with no add-ons, like why is it even like it's sort of like a the second you open the chest, you're just like, oh, thanks.
No
game.
keys in the game.
You want me to die?
No keys in chests. Just bring them. Put them in the blood web.
I was thinking
I'm
that
okay
instead, what they could do, for example, the yellow glyphs, right? A lot of people hated those because you had to like pay super close attention. But I feel like that's more feasible in terms of, let's say, no keys, just an animation of the survivor pulling on the hatch to try to open it, and you have to hit the yellow glyphs.
I like that idea.
Or something along those lines. That way, if you do get out, it's because you are very concentrated and you know how to hit your skill checks.
But that's also like going to give killers more time too, because I mean, there's many times where it's just like I feel like I finally see the hatch and then they just like jump in it or something. Like, give them something to do in order to open it. Like, if y'all watch Lost, how long did it take them to open that hatch? Like, forever. Like 4 seasons. Okay, like it needs to be something that takes a long time.
Not that long. Oh my god.
It was a long time for them to open that hatch up. I'm just saying.
Like, I would say maybe a good, let's say, 10-second window where they just had to hit like a yellow glyph kind of skill check kind of scenario. And if they hit it all the way through, they got out and they were rewarded for that. But if they messed up, then it stopped and then they had to figure it out again. Like, they have to earn their way out. Like, it doesn't reset. They have to earn their way out.
I do like that.
That's a good point, though. Fetty said, you don't know if fast skill checks are super accessible. That's a good point.
Yeah, they're very fast.
That's a very good point.
What about even when you're on like second hook and how when you're on second hook and you have to hit it like that?
Just do that instead.
Remember? Do that instead. Not necessarily make it fast, but just kind of like you said, 10 seconds, and you could probably do like
make it a skill check.
Yeah, or making a skill check, or almost like how Decisive is, like just like a really small window, and they have to click it, not necessarily like a slither, but just like enough to like they could probably hit it or not hit it.
Like a decisive strike skill check, you're thinking?
Yeah, like a decisive, like a decisive skill check.
Sort of like rolling the dice. Like, it's like either you're gonna get it or you don't. Like, if you miss it, too bad. Then you need to find another way out.
So basically, what we do for pig hats, then.
I think it should break the key.
Yeah, just like with pig hat. Like, if you go to the wrong trap and it doesn't work, then you're out of luck.
Yeah,
but
good point.
I think it should be like DS, and if you miss it, the key's broken.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't use it. Exactly, you can't use it anymore.
I like that. Okay, so
that's how you could use the key. That's how.
Can you tell how much I love keys?
How much we all love keys.
We're just like,
like, okay, so make it happen. Let's go. Come on, behavior.
Too many people have gotten out, and I've died when I'm the only one that did anything the whole match, and I'm just like, what the I don't see a single survivor the whole match. I'm just like, okay, I'm doing gens. I got in chase. I got unhooked, farmed unhooked. And I still, and then I still die, even though I did everything right, because these people who didn't get in chase
it's not fair. No,
got
it's
a key
not fair
when they got out.
When they get a key, they don't do anything.
Nothing. They just wait.
They just wait.
Nah, my lady said they should make you do DBD trivia to get out. I'm screaming.
Oh no!
Well, if it's on the killer first names, I'll get out.
You would. No,
if it's on
first
killer
and last
add-ons,
name.
I'm dead. If it's killer add-ons,
It was perks. Period.
don't even
No.
ask me a single one. Like a single one. Don't. It's not happening.
All right. Well, we've kind of come to the end of the podcast. Did anybody have any questions for the panel before we peace out? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
And if you, I think that we were talking about perks. If you unhook without borrowed time, especially with the killer right there, you're an evil person. You're evil.
God.
Ooh.
You're evil.
I feel it, girl. Don't you come up to me with no borrowed time.
Yeah.
Like, especially when I'm with a Swift and you're the fourth and you come and you just, and then I find at the end that you had, we're going to farm forever. You're dead to me. You're dead to me.
And if Lainey says, get away from me, I have my decisive, you get away from her.
Yes. Yes.
You let her use her decisive.
So we have one from Mel, who is also a new sister of the fog. How you doing, Mel?
Come on, Mel, what's up, me?
So Mel wants to know, what is your favorite memory since joining Sisters of the Fog?
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
The first meetup we did when we had an introduction in the Discord. We played a game, we had fun, we had so much conversation. It was so much fun. Like that type of energy and gathering when I joined the Discord and we all was in there together with Lady Confetti and everything. It was so much fun. I felt welcome. I felt at home. That would always be my fondest memory when we first did the meetup in Discord. And my fondest memory.
Oh,
that would be I feel the same way. I have felt so welcomed, and I finally feel like I have a home on Twitch versus just existing on Twitch, I guess is the best way to put it. I'm going to start to get teary, so I'm going to...
No.
No, don't do that.
No,
don't do that.
I
Outburst, okay?
Like, even before, applying and getting on Sisters of the Fog, it was just, I've always have felt this community was a place that I wanted to be, because I like, after seeing the podcast, like I just knew that this is the place that I felt that I had a place, not only in the Dead by Daylight community, but also on Twitch. So that's the same thing. So that meetup, like, it's, I feel the same. Like, I just felt like
you're in a family.
People that get me, like get me and have my back, and so.
I mean, y'all when say y'all sisters, when we say sisters, we sisters. You guys are like you know how when they say you choose your family, I have chose mine, and it's Sisters of the Fog.
Oh gosh,
like
I'm gonna cry.
You guys are my family for real.
I know, right? I'm trying not to.
No other replacement. I love you guys so much.
For me, like wow, gosh, I'm probably gonna cry. I'm gonna try really hard not to. But one of my things that I've like wanted to manifest and to actually do was to be in a Dead by Daylight tournament, and I got to do that with Sisters of the Fog, and like that literally was like a dream come true. And I just am like so grateful to have people that like know who I am. And just like know my name and like know about my content and about like my life and like what I want to accomplish with streaming and making content and stuff like that. And but just my favorite thing is just being able to do a tournament and raise money for a good cause and have fun while doing it. And it wasn't something that was like super duper serious. It was about having fun with my sisters, and that was just like a dream come true. And I marked that off my list of things that I wanted to do, and I'm forever grateful for all of y'all. So
that was my Twitch bucket list too. It was on my Twitch bucket list.
I wanted to just do a Dead by Daylight tournament, and I got to do that.
I've been in a community where I felt like I was a number. Like I was just there to exist. Like I was under that team name, and it was like nothing else was coming from it. No community, no sharing. People didn't know who I was or whatever. And ever since, I've met so many people. So many people know me. I've gone to people's chat And I'm like, oh my God, fitness. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
And it's because of the outreach of community, of the love, of the gathering, of just Sisters of the Fog as a whole. We're just standing there, just holding each other hand in a loving circle. That's how I see it.
And like Ash just said, like I like to piggyback off of that a little bit. It's like the with anyone's success, whether it's in your career, on Twitch, on another team, anything in your life that you put in, like I feel like we genuinely all feel that too, and we all feel your successes and want to celebrate them with you and want to be there with you.
And one wins, we all win. We all feel that success.
Yeah.
We all feel that success. It's all a bond. We're all there for each other. We all have our hands on each other's backs, pushing us forward, being the best people, being the best sisters we can be.
Best people, like just being
people. Yes,
it's real.
Absolutely.
I love it.
The love is real, and love is felt.
Yeah. That makes me feel good because I know that when Fetty had reached out to us earlier this year, and Fetty was like, I need a team. I need people to help, with Sistas of the Fog, and she asked me to be the event manager. And so one of the biggest things for me was to provide that for you all, because you all, I have also been a part of, teams and, groups where it was just about numbers, and it was never about making a safe space and providing that. So I was like, you want me to manage events? So damn it, we're going to have them. And so that's why I try to get as much happening so that we can not only promote us as a unit, but also give individual spotlights to all of you as well, because all of you are absolutely amazing. You've been absolutely balls of sunshine since you have joined us, and we are gracious and thankful that you would even want to be a part of this. So all these feelings and emotions that you all feel, all these feelings and emotions that you all feel regarding Sistas of the Fog, it's because you all provide that space too. And so with our new sisters coming in, we hope that we can extend these emotions and these feelings to all of you.
And
again,
I can't wait to meet everybody.
I know.
Yes, thank you so much,
really know everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I will say the same thing that I've said the very first time we met each other in the Discord. We will be the big sisters to the new sisters that are coming in.
Yeah.
Yes. I completely agree.
That's why
I'm
going to encourage any new sisters that are watching, please show up to community events. When I'm pinging you about forums and all that, it's because for moments like this, we got opportunities, we got things coming up, and we want to make sure that you all are a part of it and you're not just feeling like you're sitting on the sidelines. So we, love and appreciate all of y'all. Yeah. And we are extremely grateful that you all would even spend time with us, even people who are not in Sistas of the Fog. The fact that you come out and support us at events, the fact that you show up to our streams, that you retweet us and all that support does not go unnoticed, and we do appreciate it so much, because it, we would just be yelling into the void if we didn't have people out there supporting us. So thank you all so much for that as well. Thank you.
We love every single one of y'all.
I'm gonna go get your goddamn hack.
Also, I want to say, for the new sisters, don't be afraid to apply for stuff. That's what holds me back 99% of the time, because I'm afraid. But do it anyway. Just do it.
And even recently, I feel like I didn't feel that I was worthy, and so I have missed out. And I'm regretting those things now, because I'm starting to realize that I have to believe in my worth. You're really do.
Worthy. You're always worthy. So absolutely.
I'm working on it too, Frenchie. I'm working on it too.
No, but I know we're about to leave, but also I just want to thank you all, and I know we all have, but the support that we needed, especially with everything that's been going on Twitch and is still going on, has happened and is still happening. Just the love and the warriors that my chat is I think pretty much every sister that I know. You guys are mods. I don't know if you guys wanted to be. I'm sorry, you are mods in my channel. It's because like that warrior, like army that we need. So because
strength in numbers.
We are a wall.
Rough. Yeah.
So no one would get to us.
So thank you for for being shoulders for everybody to lean on. So I appreciate that too. So.
Yes,
even though you're going
can we say one time for our fearless leader who put all of us together? Like without her, there would be no us. So we love you, Confetti.
Put that love on you. I know you hate when people talk about you, but we love and appreciate you and the spaces that you created.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for seeing the light in us.
Exactly.
That's what makes me happy. Is like
you have the final say. And even if everybody else would have loved us, if you didn't believe in us, if you wouldn't think that we were worthy, we wouldn't be here. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here, to get to show that we can be the family and then the members in the community that you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
100.
And
I'm really proud now, for real.
Oh no. And the last question before we go today was, any hopes for the upcoming Halloween event or future ones for that matter? I mean, whatever they do, be great. I'm more concerned about Christmas. I want my lights on my lockers again.
Yes.
3 years behavior.
Ella is getting back her reindeer outfit as soon as fall is over.
I need to get my Krampus trapper because it's weird. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me.
Because the Hollow Blight event's gone now, right? They're not doing that anymore.
I feel like all the fun events happened in 2018. And then
they haven't been. I know. I watched them and then I started playing and they're gone. So I saw the slushy machines. I saw the slushy machine. I didn't get a slushy.
Yeah.
So a little salty about that. No, but whatever they do, because I know that they said and that they were really going to sort of cut down on the events. So whatever they do, that's all. But
I'm still going to be playing.
If you wanted to bring back the lights on the lockers, you're more than welcome to. Thank you.
I'm still going to boot it up no matter what.
Make little snowmen. Put little snowmen on top of the generators. Or
can we have something? Snow period? Can it snow like a little bit on the map?
Besides Ormond. We're talking about everywhere.
Well, it can't. Well, you know what? It can't snow in indoor maps. That wouldn't make much sense.
It can.
But outdoor maps, though, can we get a little snow?
Larry's gets a little snow. Larry's gets a little snow coming through the window. It goes like
windows are open.
What about a Christmas tree on Pride Rock? That would be so nice.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Something.
No.
Have like limbs.
How about the hooks be Christmas trees with a hook?
The hooks are Christmas trees.
Yeah, you'd be hooked on a Christmas tree.
You're the ornament.
Yes, exactly.
But like seriously, whatever they bring, it's just I know that they're not doing Hollow Blight. So whatever I don't know what they could so whatever it is, they said they're doing something. So, and I know that they put that, like they have this whole month
little calendar
every day. So, So
even for DBD
this is my month. It started yesterday. Like that, my whole outside is already decorated. I got it's spooky season. I'm ready to go. So yes,
I see these new cosmetics. Please tell me there's gonna be new cosmetics. For the
I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, my question for Fetty: are you trying to do this right now, like on stream? Really I will boot it up. Are you trying to do this right now?
Say yes. I want to watch this.
Yeah, how can we watch?
Because I will boot it up.
How can we witness it? That's the real question. I want to witness it.
We would like to see it.
Yeah, I want to see it. Like how can we do that?
And it's going to be the PTB, so no, actually, Hatch was still spawn.
Oh no, I'm on live servers now.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, I mean,
we're waiting.
Oh, it seemed like crickets to me. Nobody pull up. No, I'm doing something right now. Okay, I'll let you have that. But next time.
Okay.
And Mel, I always said that they should bring Halloween costumes. That would be so funny if they had Dwight with like a little Batman costume. Like, could you imagine Dwight with like a little Batman with like a little?
That'd be adorable.
That would be
really nerdy. Everybody do like little nerdy Halloween costumes. That would be amazing. Just like little. That would be funny. Like
yeah.
But
that's
hoping. That's hoping.
All right, let's see if there's anybody. Well, before we do that, thank you all for everybody who came out today. We appreciate all the love that we receive, as you didn't hear from all the, almost borderline crying. Thank God I put my mascara on the top half today. Thank you all so much. Yes,
know, right?
You all so much. I know exactly who we are going to send love to. It's going to be our team member, Foolish Mars. All right. So you guys are going to go and you're going to say hello. But thank you all so much for being here. Our lovely panelists. Get some hype in chat for our panelists, please. Did an amazing job today. Absolutely phenomenal job today.
Thank you.
Guys, we're absolutely amazing.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Thank you for volunteering and being out here. We really appreciate it. So we are going to just shift over to the next screen and then and all that good stuff. So you all stay amazing. You all stay cute and all that. I see. The dog is ready for the stream to end. All right, let's get ready to rage, y'all. Peace out.